morning, friends, and happy Tuesday. Start of a new vlog. As you saw yesterday, I had a very chill day. You didn't see all of it, but I was working away. I was very productive, and my parents came over, and there was a little fundraiser at Humble Cow, our local ice cream shop, for Habitat for Humanity. So we went and bought some ice cream, you know, for the donation. And it was very, very lovely. My parents are headed off on a huge vacation, so I will not be seeing them for a while. I am getting ready to go to the Cairo, and then I have a consultation call after that. We have neighbors who keep yelling and it woke me up. They were also yelling last night, and I hear alleged rumors that the cops have been called on them. So that's a lot. Pretty sure it's like a mom like yelling at her kids. I'm not quite sure, but like that's my hypothesis, because she's definitely in the right area for the mom who does yell at her kids. It's kind of hard to calculate like whose apartment is whose, but these kids like just run free like in the parking lot, and they're like on their skateboards but like laying on their bellies, and so you can like hardly see them when you pull out your car. It's like really not well. I hope if it's her kids that like something's done, but it's a little janky to be having that happen in like such a nice apartment. So yeah, kind of not great, but that's whatever. I really want the call to go well. She's so sweet. She like took off time from her part-time job to chat with me this morning. She's very excited. It is a potential web project. I also chatted with one of the potential retainer client contracts that have reached out to me. It went kind of crazy after I last chatted with you last week. It turned into like 5 calls or 5 inquiries in like 24 hours, which was so cool to see. I'm definitely in like I could use a couple more situation because of how things unfolded with other clients lately, but not like in a rush. So I want to make sure it's like really the good fit, really the right fit. I need to work on a proposal this morning for that client, and then I have one more like tour / inquiry meeting in person at their place of business on Thursday. So we'll see how that goes too. I got my, I think 15,000 steps in yesterday, and I intend on at least getting 10,000 today. We're not gonna go anywhere crazy at night like we did yesterday, but we took like a little walk to this little like nearby park, and it was very cutesy, and we got ice cream after, and I had already done like 9,000 steps on my walking pad, which I have been loving. It is so easy to use and just so nice. So I will be using that again today in little spurts. It's been very nice. I feel like I'm so nasally, like the allergies and everything is just, ugh. I have like a little bit of like a tickle, but it's not a sore throat. So we're just going with that, hoping for the best. We have a lot of plans this weekend. Also, these little Merit blush pots are so cute. Just kind of massage them in. We have a lot of plans for this weekend. 2 Gals Need Pals functions, which is gonna be so fun. So one is the Seattle Gals Need Pals, gonna be at a spa in Renton, and then the other one is the first Olympia Gals Need Pals, which is just so cool, so funky, so fresh. I'm so proud of Lauren. It's just so major. So that is what is on my agenda for the weekend. I also want to connect with Maya a little bit because we haven't in like 3 weeks. Might have even been like a full 4. I'm not quite sure. So that's on my agenda for the weekend. We want to walk the lake. I think we're going to meet up with Kyle and Caitlin again and take Jared's mom this time, hopefully. If not, that is definitely the goal. To start doing that. So much has happened. I feel like I haven't like formally decompressed from everything that's happened. I'm like, oh, he just ran a 5K, and then we went to Seabrook, and now we're home and things are back to normal again. It's kind of wild. Jared signed up for his first 5 miler in just a month, so that's gonna be very exciting. also been getting back into golf and all the things that he started recently and just wants to, you know, put more time into, which I'm super excited for him. So that's another piece. I think I'm gonna do that. That's fine. I'm gonna be out of that soon. It's so good. I was working on my own like welcome packets and like service packets yesterday because I had a little time. So I'm gonna finish those. I'm almost done. I just need to add a couple more info pages to the service packet, but the welcome packets are all done, which is so, so exciting. And I feel so good about it. It's my little outfit for the day. And then we'll get on the treadmill later and call it good. I think I'm gonna pick up a little Starbucks coffee as a little treat for myself. And then that's all she wrote. I'm gonna edit the vlog. I still haven't posted the Seabrook vlog. And yeah, go from there. That's my favorite olive oil. It's the best. I also really like Renton actually. Cottage cheese, of course. More iced coffee.
Hello friends, I'm getting ready for my little anniversary dinner and I'm happy to report the dress fit. I did zip it. I think something went funky when I was trying it on, but I'll give you the full look in a second here. But we're going out for our little anniversary. Jared reserved somewhere. I have no idea what we're doing. Could just be a cutie little fun date, but I'm very, very excited for it. Very grateful regardless. But we're keeping it chill and we're gonna go out into the sunshine and have a lovely little dinner. I had 2 client meetings today. I've been very productive, so happy Wednesday. I have not come on today at all. I've just been running around, hopping on meetings, doing the most. But I'm so excited to celebrate. It's 12 years today, and we're gonna have a lovely little dinner. This is the fit. It's this gorgeous little dress. I put my Latina necklace on too. I'm gonna take off my Apple Watch, obviously. I love that I just like already have jewelry. I don't think I appreciate that enough, that the permanent bracelets are just jewelry. I'm going to do like a sandal situation with this. Maybe my heeled wedges. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I'm very, very excited. I'm going to take a little pic with this on. I'm trying to do like roundups for my blog of my newly pics. And this is like one I just absolutely love. Hello friends, happy Thursday. I am headed off to a client meeting and then I have a potential consult meeting at their place of work, so that's why I'm dolled up in a blazer, some little high heel booties. We are going to dress to impress and hope we get this client. I think it'd be a great fit based on what they're saying. What tends to happen in these meetings, and I've learned to like not get my hopes up too, incorrectly, is these clients will say one thing. They'll say, oh, I'm really excited. Here's XYZ what I'm looking for. And then I get to the meeting and they're like, actually, I'm looking for a graphic designer. Like it has nothing to do with like marketing. And it's like, clearly you didn't read my website then. But it's just kind of like an awkward like waste of time, which like I give a complimentary 1-hour consultation, it's whatever. And I'd rather like me help them or point them in the right direction and like leave a lasting like positive impression. So I'm really hoping that's not the case with these folks because they did mention graphic designer and like social media stuff. So I'm just hoping that it's not like a deal breaker that I'm not a designer. I can hook them up with a designer. But yeah, it's just a little awkward. So I don't know. We will see like what the tea is, and like what they're looking for. But yeah, I just universally, I've tried not to get my hopes up, because of past experiences. However, I hope that what they're saying is correct and that we have all the information. They seem to be a very reputable company. They've been doing it for a long time in their niche. So I'm pretty sure they know what they're talking about and they've given me all the info. But that's kind of what happened on my most recent consultation call for the marketing gig. It was like definitely not, like what they had said they had someone doing was not exactly what they had someone doing, and what they were looking for is not exactly like clear. So we will see, kind of just like trying to figure out the mystery in all of these inquiries. But I did sign a new web design client, and I have, I think, one more consultation after this. So we're just really trying to, you know, get things together. But I'm really feeling positive about today's, and I really hope that it works out. So that's my plan. I have just like a web meeting with another client really briefly, I assume today, this morning. I'm not quite sure what exactly is on the agenda, but it might be like additional help that she needs. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, we're gonna go get some coffee. I'm gonna get my tiramisu latte at Samayra and then head off to my little meeting at 1. But it's gonna be a very lovely day. It's gonna be like a high of 70 something, I think. Yesterday was so beautiful. We had the best, just like sunny dinner. And then we happened to run into Jenny and Brian. Jenny is who officiated our wedding. They're like dear friends of ours, and they were there celebrating Brian's sister's birthday. And it was Swing Wine Bar. Jared set up the reservation. So sweet of him. We had fondue for an appetizer. Then I had like a hummus and veggie plate with pita for my main. He did the Kobe burger. And then Jenny and Brian told the waitress to comp our dessert, and they purchased our dessert for us. It was a chocolate fondue. So sweet of them. We did not expect that, and that was just very, very cute. So thank you, Jenny and Brian. I don't think you watch this, but they're so sweet. So that was like the cherry on top of our night. It was the most beautiful, like intimate, lovely night watching the sunset. It was just the best views, the best weather. I wish I had brought like a sweatshirt. I wish Jared had told me that we were going to be outside, but it's okay. It wasn't too bad. If it had been like 10 degrees colder starting out though, it would have been pretty rough. But I made it work, and it was lovely. So anyway, we are arriving at our coffee date destination. I get triggered because it's right next to my doctor. So it feels like going to the doctor every time I'm over here. Oh my gosh, hello friends. It is later on. My meetings went great. I am now relaxing. I'm in my home clothing. Look at the most darling gift that my client made for me. She got this pillow, and then she put my little logo, Fashion Frank Web Design and Marketing, with a little beautiful flower, and she embroidered that onto the pillow. The pillow has cute little buttons. Oh my God. She was like, because you always have to sit in coffee shops that are uncomfy. So I got you a pillow. That is so adorable. I'm going to unwind. I'm going to get into about 3 hours of work before I close down for the night. I've been running away on different little websites, getting edits made. It is hot out, you guys. It's like 70, but I'm loving it. So anyway, gonna relax, probably do a workout tonight later on. We will see, make some healthy dinner. And just enjoy the rest of my Thursday. Tomorrow, I'm going to go co-work and walk with Nicole. It's going to be very, very lovely. I'm back on our co-working grind again. And we're gonna gear up for our weekend of fun. We have 2 Gals Need Pals events. If you missed it, my best friend Lauren and her friend Kinley have a women's friendship networking event called Gals Need Pals. It's like a social club. And they launched in Spokane originally, then they launched in Seattle, and now they're launching in Olympia this weekend. So we're going to the Seattle Renton one. That's like a day spa. And then we are going to Anthony's Homeport, where the first Olympia one is, on Sunday. So it's gonna be a weekend that is fun-filled, let me tell you. Hello and happy Friday, friends. It is a sunny, sun-filled Friday. We are headed off to the RAC, the Regional Athletic Complex. It's one of Nicole and I's favorite things or places to walk. So we're getting in our grind again. It's 75 degrees today. My perfect temperature. So we are going to get a little half an hour walk in, and I already got like 5,000 steps on my walking pad. That's why I'm a little like, well, we just took out the trash and I've been walking all morning. I am starving. So I made a little snackaroonie. This is my go-to snack. It's apples and mixed nuts. I get basically every kind of nut. It's this big bag from Costco. I think it's the Kirkland brand, and it has like pistachio, walnuts, cashews, almonds, everything. And then I put a little bit of goldfish with it. and then a little chopped apple if I need some extra sustenance. So I really do. I wasn't feeling my breakfast today. I've been making a delicioso cottage cheese drizzled with honey and some fresh berries. That's my go-to this week, and I'm out of cottage cheese. I did my second favorite, which is the Fave 2% fat yogurt, just plain, added in some berries, some light granola dusting, and then honey on top of that, and a spoonful of peanut butter mixed in. Wow, this person's just hauling ass. Really, really good, but it's a little heavy, and I just kind of like wasn't feeling it. There's the cutest little poodle in front of me. Anyway, that is what I'm eating because my body was like, oh, girly pop, you did not eat enough. Also, ink all over my hands because I just replaced my ink cartridge, my printer. Anyway, lots of things happening. I had just quite a stressful, like, long week. Obviously, the anniversary dinner was beautiful, delicious. It was great, but otherwise, it was quite a shit show. Just like stressful, like client things going on. It's fine. All is good. It's just there's a web project that is definitely not ideal in terms of like our styles of working are very different. And it's just like in the back of my mind, like all the time. So it's fine. We'll get through it. Grateful for the work. All my other clients doing amazingly. Great relationships. I met yesterday with the people I think I shared with you. Potential retainer marketing client, web design client, whatever. And they are so nice. Like it was just so great. And we laughed and had a great conversation, and I feel like they could be a really, really good fit for a retainer client. So fingers crossed that pans out, at least like, you know, put the little bug in their ear in case, you know, they can't do it now. At least they know I'm here. So that's great. But yeah, it was all in all just great. It's been a great week other than the little bits of stress. And luckily things turned around. It really kind of ruined my day on our anniversary. So I'm glad that I bounced back quickly. It didn't like ruin our night or anything. And so that went great too. But I'm looking forward to a relaxing weekend. I don't think I really have any work to do. I can't even really work ahead on anything. So I'm going to try to force myself to not work this weekend. And it's going to be a great weekend. So tomorrow we're going to kick things off with a walk at Capitol Lake. We were going to take Jared's mom and our friends, obviously, Kyle and Caitlin, but Kyle has COVID. He got it from a family member that was not very cautious or nice about that. So we love that for them. And of course, Caitlin is like me, very hypochondriac, putting hand sanitizer on everyone's hands where they touch their son because their son's like, you know, I think he's 100 days old now. I think they just posted that, but he's, you know, a baby, and already we don't like getting sick. So it's just kind of like, you know, not ideal, but it's okay. We're getting through it. So we're missing our weekly walk, but I think we'll pick back up next week or the week after. But Jared and I are still going to hang out. His mom also has other plans, so no worries. We'll just pick it up later. Jared is going to go to our nephew's soccer game with his mom later. But I have plans with Nicole for Gals Need Pals, which I'm so excited about. And we are going to have a blasteroonie. And then a second Gals Need Pals, like I said. So gonna try to plan out the outfits for that. I think for tomorrow's Gals Need Pals, very, very simple and casual because we need to change into swimsuits because it's like a spa thing. I will try to get content for you guys. I don't want to like film anyone else like in their vulnerable state, but I will try to get content, and I'm so excited. I have not done a thermal experience like this since our honeymoon, so I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be great. So anyway, I am gonna take the back road right now, and I don't exactly know where I'm going, so I need to stop vlogging. And we're gonna go hit up the rack. It's later on Friday, and I am just cozy in bed. I just finished my reading. I wanted to go over this book, Resilient. This is my most recent finished book. I finally finished it. I didn't want to take this because I figured I would read more on the trip to Seabrook. So I took my new book that I'm reading, but I finally circled back around and finished this one. This is so good. It's called Resilient by Rick Hansen, and Rick Hansen is a PhD, very like woo-woo, into like Buddhism, all that stuff. I started this on our honeymoon, hence the little like wrinkles from the water. I read this at our like thermal experience, which is really funny, because that's part of what tomorrow's event is. So it's kind of funny to be like in a similar scenario mentally when reading this, but it's so good. So there's different chapters, and like each chapter basically covers like a different component of resilience. So compassion, mindfulness, learning, grit, gratitude, confidence, calm, motivation, intimacy, courage, aspiration, and generosity. And basically it takes you through like activities and tangible things. Like there's activities in like every chapter, and like tangible ways, realistic ways that you can like increase your overall resilience based on these themes. This is like one of my favorite books for sure. I'm sure like over my life I will be returning to it. I really like it. Obviously like any other like self-help book or whatever, there's pieces that like maybe don't fully resonate with me or like I don't fully agree with. But I think it's overall really good, and I feel like every time I revisit it, so far it's been twice, I like get a new like take on the same thing. So I highly recommend this. So that was my nonfiction read. So we are swapping back into fiction, and I am reading One to Watch. I did mention this, I think, in this vlog, if not the one before. It's a national bestseller by Kate Stayman London. It's a novel, and basically it's about a plus-size gal who becomes like the first bachelorette on like The Bachelorette, except it's called The Main Squeeze, and it's airing on ABS instead of ABC. So you basically have to like change up the names, but you know what it's about. And she's this like plus-size fashion blogger influencer, and she gets picked by this like new female producer to switch up the show. And so right now she's about to go on the show. So I have made it through this much. So I just got like the little backstory, her past experiences, what she kind of does, like her image and stuff like that. So the rest of the chapters are separated by like episode. So this is episode 1. So it's like a mini little Bachelor. So I'm very excited to listen to this. It's kind of hard to follow because it's very like contemporary in terms of like being formatted by like text message, email, things like that. And so it's like a conversation instead of like a normal written dialogue, or like an email. So very interesting, but there's never a dull moment. I'll probably listen to some of this when we walk the lake tomorrow too. So I'm hoping to get like a decent amount through. But I listened to it. It's on Spotify. So I'm going to be listening to it tomorrow as well. But I'm gonna jump in here, hopefully get through like a couple episodes, chapters. It's a longer one. I think there are 417 pages, and I'm on page 73. So we're gonna be reading this one for a while. This one, it's not like super hooking me yet, but again, she hasn't gone on the show yet, so maybe something will change. But I think I just have been a little more reluctant to read because it's really just not gripping me. But we will continue and we will see. I like the concept. I think it's like a really cutie story, obviously very relatable. But yeah, I will keep you updated. But that's my book update from Catherine. My Mel Robbins, The Let Them Theory came in. So I think that might be my next read. And then I will read, what's the other one? Oh my God, it's the one Sumai gave me. It's like a sci-fi, like fiction. So I'll read that one. I'm going to try to like bounce between fiction and nonfiction. And then my next nonfiction, I think, is pleasure activism, or maybe I'll do the MAGA Diaries or whatever. But Anyway, we're flip-flopping. Alrighty friends, we are back with a grocery haul. We went to our local Haggen, and the entire point was to pick up a prescription, and I'm an idiot and I failed to do that. Anyway, then we went to Trader Joe's, got all of our goodies here. We're gonna do like a summertime pasta situation where it's like veggies, Italian dressing, feta, and like this rotini. And then we're also going to do just our protein and, you know, meat of choice with veggies, salad, and rice. My parents also gave us some of these, the Seeds of Change. This is really good. This is a new, like, visual brand, at least in the past, like, 10 years. But I used to get these ages ago. They're so good. So we're going to eat that with our stuff. Got lots of different veggie options, lots of salad mixes. I'm going to do a salad mix for lunch. I'm also going to do a tuna salad for a sandwich. Got this spicy Mediterranean hummus from Zaka. This is my first time trying that brand. And then, of course, my fave, Good Culture cottage cheese. I'm seriously addicted to that cottage cheese breakfast, so highly recommend. I got a huge vat of strawberries for that. And then we're trying the limoncello and, of course, our favorite guava LaCroix, just for a little drinkity. But, yeah, that is our haul. Good morning, friends. It is Sunday. Yesterday was so much fun. I couldn't really film in there, so the clips that you saw I got like after we got out. My phone was dead and I wasn't about to like bring it inside the sauna and stuff for it to overheat. And also just like that's kind of weird. Everyone's in their bathing suits and stuff, so I just didn't, but I got a couple clips. Sorry, it was not a very exciting day. I flopped and I came with like a super not charged phone. I am headed downtown for the second Gals Meet Pals. So yesterday was the one at Soak and Sage Bathhouse in Renton, and today is the Olympia debut one. I know I've said that a million times in this vlog, but I'm super, super proud of Lauren and Kinley and what they've created. So if you are a woman in the Seattle Olympia area, check it out. I've linked it down below. You can get tickets there. You can see what's going on coming up. Currently, I don't think they have any of the next ones announced, but Seattle, I want to say, is monthly, and Olympia's quarterly for now. I think their next one is in July, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you're in Spokane or Eastern Washington, they have monthly events there as well. Lots of fun. So it was very, very fun. We did the thermal experience, which if you don't know, you can go back and watch our honeymoon vlog too. I think I explained it there, but it's basically like where you have lots of health benefits from like shocking your body from hot and then cold. So you go in and you do the little like heat, like sauna, steam room, whatever you want to do, hot tub, and then you cold plunge, and that is like your little cold jolt. They also had like the snowballs there. I think I mentioned that. That is like what I was going for. I was so excited. The snowballs are just literal snowballs, and you can add like essential oils to them or whatever you want to do. I just crushed mine like on me because I was super hot, and I wanted like a little cold situation. Wow, the steam room was rough, my guy. Like, you just go in and it's an entire room filled with steam that is just shooting more steam into the room, and it's like eucalyptus scented, so it's like very overwhelming. There's like essential oils and scents going on, so like it's very like overstimulating, and it was a lot. I wasn't like a super fan of that. My eyes started burning. and I had to get out of there, but I spent like a minute in there, I guess. And then the sauna was really nice, probably spent 2 minutes. I couldn't do too much. And then yeah, I did not make it longer than like a 10-second dip in the cold plunge. There was this one girl who was doing it for like dead ass a minute, and I was like, I don't know how you're doing this, but she used breathing techniques and she was just going for it, which was so crazy to see. Love that for her. But yeah, it was so lovely. They don't really have any like relaxation areas, so like you really want to just do it and like get it done with, which is different from, of course, like the Canadian experience of it, where it's like you can go there and basically like rent out an entire day, and there's like a cafe and there's like solariums or like pods where you can relax. That's more of like the luxurious experience. But this place is kind of more like a gym, I guess. And then the one big difference is that it's a bathhouse, and so it's made to be social and you're made to talk a lot. So that's the difference between the solariums and the relaxation pods, and this is that you're not supposed to be quiet and you're not supposed to be like shutting off from the world. So it's a very interesting, like unique experience. I really loved it. So Soak and Sage, if you are curious, I will link it down below as well. That's in Renton. Really great location, right across from the landing, which is where we went to Dozone. I am happy to report Dozone was okay. I will go back again. For those of you that don't know, Dozone is opening in Lacey, Washington, close to where I am. And they're basically like, I guess, a sister of Din Tai Fung, not in terms of like ownership or brand, but like the type of food they serve. It was okay. It wasn't any Din Tai Fung by any means. The veggie dumplings, or like whatever they are, were not that good. The noodles were really good though. I don't think I'd get the dumplings again, but the noodles were really good, and they had like the cool cucumber, like vinegary appetizer that was really good. They had these little like fried onion cakes, very, very good. But yeah, it's nothing to write home about. I wouldn't like rave about it, but I definitely think I'll go there. But thankfully it will not become a problem, because I was really worried that if it was as good as Din Tai Fung, that I would like spend every day there, or like at least every week. So very, very glad that is not the case, and that I don't have to worry about that. This dress is like so low. This is my Nuuly dress, and it just is not the right size, but it's okay. Went to Dozone. We wanted to go to Top Hot Donuts, but they were closed, so we couldn't. We just did Crumble instead, which whatever. They're really like not that good. Like now that I'm like really trying new flavors and like the flavors aren't changing very much, I'm like, damn, you guys. Like, I don't know if this is sustainable. I don't know if like the hype lasted long enough. I don't know if enough of us are still invested. I think they could do a lot better job of the flavors. Anyway, it was a lovely day. I got a couple things at Ulta. We went in and I got a new hairbrush, more claw clips. I think I'm stocked on claw clips for my life. And then a new hairbrush. Did I say that? Yes, I did. And then Batiste dry shampoo. I know it's not the best, but it works. I just got the like generic, like original or whatever. And I want to see this because I've kind of gotten like scented things before, and I'm curious to see what like the general one is. But yeah, it was just a very chill afternoon. Went to Ross, tried some stuff on, but the line was really long and we went in with like 10 minutes to spare. And so that was just not going to work. We had to like get to our event. But it was so much fun. I'm so excited for the next one right now. Going to Anthony's, and I'm excited to meet them. It's going to be a larger group. It's in my hometown. I'm just really curious who will show up. You know, it's always that way with these kinds of things. Like, is it going to be my enemy? Is it going to be like, you know, whatever. Like, it's just kind of dramatic when it is like your people and your area, versus like going somewhere where I know I'm not going to know anyone. And if I do, I know I'm going to like them. So yeah, it's gonna be a journey. So prayers for me. I know Mandy's coming and Nicole's coming. It'll be very fun, but I'm just curious, you know, what havoc will occur, but it's okay. After this, I'm gonna go and get a little Starbucks treat for myself to celebrate the weekend, and I'm going to Zoom with Maya for the rest of the day. So that is my Sunday plans.
We are a women-only social event organization to help adult women make friends. You can come to every single event, but every event will be different. We try to be as unique with our events as possible, so it's not monotonous. And you can think of it as a women's night out or a women's day out or something that's already planned for you. So you can bring your friends if you want, if you already have them. But also feel free to always come alone because there's always someone that is looking for a friend here, and that is what's so beautiful about Gals and Pals is that it's a safe space to meet and mingle.
Hello friends, I am going to edit this vlog and close it off here. It has been a blur. I honestly think that I need to stop making outro clips because I forget the entire week that I've just had. But it was a beautiful weekend. It was perfection at both Gals and Pals events. It was absolutely everything I could have asked for and more. Those brunch plates on Sunday, chef's kiss. Everything on Saturday was sublime too. So if you are woman identified, you should definitely check out Gals and Pals. They have probably in July the next Olympia one, but they have like monthly events in Spokane and Seattle. So give them a little checkerini. I'll leave the link down below. Thank you guys as always for coming along with me. Hopefully I will have a bit more to say in this next week. I've already picked up the vlog a little bit more. It's actually in the middle of next week already. So I am chugging along with vlogging and we've got some things on the horizon as per usual. This coming week starts my birthday month and there's going to be some fun things on the horizon for that as well. So thank you guys for coming along. I hope you have an amazing next week and I will see you next Monday. Bye.